How's it going, family? Welcome back to the channel. We have some exciting news to talk to you about regarding SaitaRealty and the listing on OKX. But before we get into that, let me remind you to go ahead and like this video, smash that like button, and also subscribe to this channel. That way you will be sure that you will always be up to date on all of the latest and greatest content that we put out. Now, let's get into this, guys, because this is really exciting if you are part of the Saitama Wolfpack family, specifically if you are a holder of the SaitaRealty community project or the SaitaRealty token. Now, let's look at this. If we look over here at Twitter, there was an official tweet that came out from OKX. OKX is one of those very popular centralized exchanges that we seek to be listed on if you are a token that wants to get your trading volume up. Now, let's look at this tweet that came out. The tweet simply says, doing a quick survey for our listing team. What should OKX list next? Now, what I'm going to show you guys next is going to be amazing because this is just going to show you the strength of the Saitama Wolfpack family. And, you know, just out of full transparency, Saitama and SaitaRealty, they're both pretty much in the same ecosystems. The developers that are for Saitama are also the developers for SaitaRealty. So there is a lot of similarities in between the communities there. So now that we have that out the way, let me show you what transpired when that tweet came out. Take a look at this, guys. When people responded to this, look at it. It's overwhelming SaitaRealty, 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 everywhere. Look at this. Nothing but SaitaRealty all day long. Look at this. You see nothing but Saitama Wolfpack family coming to answer the call that is being put out by OKX to specify what tokens should be listed on their platform. Yeah, you see some other projects here that have been listed, but overwhelmingly, you are seeing nothing but SaitaRealty. And it goes on and on and on and on and on for pages, guys. SaitaRealty everywhere. Look at that, SaitaRealty. Now, you may want to know, what does this mean for the Saitama Wolfpack family, specifically for you guys that are interested in either being an investor of SaitaRealty or you are a current holder of the SaitaRealty token? Well, to answer that question, let's take a dive into CoinMarketCap to look at where OKX stands in terms of its ranking and what power it can bring in terms of helping the price to go upward for the SaitaRealty project. Now, let's look at this, guys. So, if we go over here to CoinMarketCap, obviously Binance is the top exchange, the top centralized exchange, coming in at the time of this recording at around 18 billion with a B dollars in 24-hour transaction volume or trading volume, which means buys and sales of any given cryptocurrency on their platform. Now, if we scroll down, we can see that OKX comes in just shy of L Bank here, right? And it's coming in at the time of this recording at spot number 18. Now, here's the kicker. Here's the funny part, guys. OKX essentially did the same amount of transaction volume as MEXC, which is at the 13th spot over the last 24 hours. OKX had a trading volume of around $1.6 billion with a B in terms of daily transaction volume. Now, one of the other things I wanted you to see is this, because it gets very interesting for you guys wanted to know what value SaitaRealty being listed on OKX will bring to the project. Look at this. Currently, as of the time of this recording, OKX is not one of the not one of the what am I trying to say here? One of the centralized, there we go, centralized trading platforms that you can buy SaitaRealty for. There are only two listed here. Two. We're not talking about decentralized like Uniswap or SaitaRealty, or not SaitaRealty, SaitaPro or Saitaswap. We're talking about centralized exchanges here. MEXC and L Bank. Those are the only two centralized exchanges where you can purchase your SaitaRealty tokens at this point in time. Let's look at the trading volume for MEXC. As of the last 24 hours, MEXC had a trading volume of around 1.6 billion. L Bank had around 1 billion, and OKX had about 1.62 billion, which is in line with MEXC. So I would argue that OKX is a big deal. OKX is an extremely big deal, similar to what we look at MEXC in terms of what value it can add and what volume, what increase of volume it can bring to the SaitaRealty project. Now, to bring this all home for you guys, let's take a look here at the SaitaRealty pricing action. As we can see, SaitaRealty recently migrated over to a version 2 contract to make it better and more malleable for them updating the contract to add more things to make the project more seamless, and also to add more value for you, the holders of the SaitaRealty project. Now, the project was launched in terms of the version 2 back in late April. We could see it went all the way up, and obviously there were some sell-offs, some retracement down, and then we traded sideways and went up a little pump there, and then we've been down ever since the end of August. But check this out. We've been essentially trading sideways throughout the entire month of September, which tells me this. It tells me that the price for SaitaRealty is getting ready to do one of two things. Number one, it's probably going to break to the upside, right? Or number two, it's going to break to the downside and continue the bearish momentum. However, being that we have this catalyst called OKX, right? This centralized platform or centralized exchange, a big one at that, that may very well be coming down the pike to list SaitaRealty. I believe that this price here, this pricing action that we look at here, will be breaking to the upside, which means that the pricing that you see here at 3 Satoshis to 9 will probably be no more. It will probably be a lot higher than what you are seeing there. All in all, guys, why don't you go ahead and leave a comment below? Tell me what you think. Tell me, do you think the Saitama Wolfpack family has proven themselves to say that the SaitaRealty project has what it takes to be listed on OKX? I've given you my opinion. Of course, this is not financial advice. I can't be your financial advisor. Not giving you any type of advice on where you should invest. That's your decision. Just telling you the facts. And based on what we've seen in the response to what OKX put out for their call of action, I can say that SaitaRealty, the Saitama Wolfpack family, you guys showed up and you showed out. And you know what happens when the Saitama Wolfpack does that? They win whatever contest is put before them. And ladies and gentlemen, I do believe, if you ask me my opinion, I believe SaitaRealty will be listed on OKX sometime here soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to the crypto stream. Remember to go ahead and smash that like button. Leave your comment below. Join into this fun conversation, because you know what? At the end of the day, it's all fun and all love, guys. We know what's going to happen. SaitaRealty is going to be listed on OKX. I can assure you that. Watch what I tell you. It's going to happen. And guys, subscribe to our channel so you can be sure that you stay up to date on all of our content. Remember to invest with a purpose so that you can create generational wealth for you and your family. We'll talk to you guys real soon.